Welcome, and we're gonna be ranting on someone that's pretty much known as a TikToker, influencer, and someone that spreads positive body positivity. Which, yeah, usually I don't really care about this stuff, but like the reason why is because of YouTube recommendations. Is I looked around some random YouTube and I randomly found this person. So like I may as well see what this person here is all about. Also known as Clara Dao I. Basically, like I said before, this person here is known as a body positivity, and this person here is also known for actually spreading some bit of ironic stuff, including some real positive and like sexism, and even some stuff about body and literally, weight, which, yeah, let me just tell you, it's really ironic and disgusting if you ask me. Now, I will say this is, of course, normal to, of course, do, since, nobody's entirely perfect, but still, though, the way he does it honestly feels a bit cringy. That's the reason why we see he's gotten himself in some drama. Like, he made a video called Addressing the Controversy, which I can easily tell that's an apology video, literally. I got some of this info about, from this person named Coco Crazy, and yes, I watched this person's videos on there, and basically, I literally, of course, was literally questioning, because this was here actually, promoted ED, which, in case you're wondering what ED is, here's the definition. Yes, sexual thing that can relate to men, oh my goodness. So yeah, overall, I'm just gonna wait to see how this video is gonna like. So let's see what she has to say about the controversies she's got herself into.
You probably have seen one of the many videos about me being an evil, disgusting body positivity creator that promotes ED to young viewers and subsequently had a downfall, and now my career is ruined. Let's address the biggest claim, which is that I promote ED. Most of the
Yeah, obviously you did that stuff. Like, I was not aware about it until I literally randomly got to that from YouTube. But basically, like, you basically did that stuff, and I literally, of course, watched the videos on you. And now you're basically showing me that you're pretty much a really bad person. I mean, not as bad as some others, I will say, of course, at least. Because I definitely, of course, met way worse people, of course. But still, like, you literally, of course, promoted ED, which is really wrong, especially considering the fact that you would even see some stuff that could literally be a bit sexist, if you ask me. Oh well, let's see what else you have to say, I guess.
Racism lie in this video that I posted recently, habits that makes me skinny, in which I said that I don't eat when I'm not hungry and I only eat when I'm really hungry, and that sometimes I forgot to eat until it's 7 p.m. and it's my first meal. I have made multiple disclaimers in the video that it's not for people with ED, it's not for teens who are still growing, and it's not for people who are struggling with their body image or weight.
So why are you even doing any of those stuff anyways? Like, I'm literally questioning, like, what is this? Like, what is the entire point of doing stuff like this anyways? Like, what? Oh my goodness, yeah, I'm kind of confused if you ask me. But like, whatever this girl is literally saying, I'm literally starting to question, like, what is this person here even saying?
These are just my personal habits, and I'm not encouraging people to follow these.
But wait, isn't it that from what I heard, you're of course supposed to encourage people to literally, of course, be themselves, and literally show them that the people are literally wrong about you? Which I gotta admit, that's good, but like, really? But you also promote stuff like this? Seriously? How would you expect me to believe that you actually do not promote these, when you literally mentioned that you're supposed to encourage people to, actually, of course, be themselves, and you literally claim that you don't encourage people to do stuff like that? Like, what are you even trying to say here anyways? Like, you're making no sense. At least actually admit that you're actually, of course, what you did was wrong. And so that way I can at least try to make understanding about whatever you're trying to say. But like, you're pretty much not doing that right now. You literally remind me about whatever the Winterxlaven, of course, did about, the scam once he literally admitted the allegations were true.
Throughout the years, I have received so many video requests to make this video, and when I finally made it, it has caused a huge wave of criticism, which I understand. Some people...
You sir, you understand? Like, I literally don't even tell if you're literally being genuine or not. Like, literally. Because, like, you literally, of course, continue with these random claims, like, even promoting ED, and literally making some random nonsense. Like, how am I supposed to be sure about this anyways?
Say that I lie about being naturally skinny, and this video is the proof that I have to actively try to be skinny by under-eating, but it's simply not true.
Jeez, you seriously have to bring that up. And apparently, in case you're wondering, yes, eating is not the only thing. This right here literally mentions about, not eating for a while, and literally, of course, about skinny, and literally, which, let me just remind you that it's can be literally dangerous, since we obviously all need food to survive. We can only survive 3 to 4 weeks without eating food anyways. This is literally bad influence for kids. You know what, screw it, it's a bad bad influence for anyone regardless of how old they are. Like, literally, I already know enough that, you need food to survive, of course. And literally, older adults could probably even agree. I bet even Matt Walsh would probably agree despite how stupid he was when it comes to, criticizing Sonic 3,
To clarify, I grew up in an Asian household where I ate 3 meals a day and I snacked multiple times a day. I never restricted myself with food. I never had any unhealthy relationship with food. Sometimes my family even forced me to eat more, which I have tried to eat more, but it literally made me so uncomfortable.
Just tell them that you don't want to eat more, because, like, that you, of course, can get full anyways. So, like, just tell them that you don't want to eat more if you, of course, don't want to continue eating too much, like, literally. So that way, you can literally express yourself and literally let them know that you have rights. So, like, at least, tell them at least. Oh well, this is starting to get me a bit worrying and upset a bit anyways. But whatever, let's see what else this person here has to say.
So now, as an adult, I just listen to my body and eat when I feel like it. Most days, I eat twice per day, lunch, brunch, and dinner. Some day, once in a while, I may forget to eat because I'm busy and not eat till 7 p.m. like I said in the video.
This is an odd way of eating, I gotta say. Like, here's my schedule for eating. Of course, when I start out wake up, I of course eat breakfast, but like, it really depends. Like, if it's too early, then maybe I can wait a bit. And if it's lunchtime, like, usually I eat lunch around 12 o'clock, and sometimes even 1, But like, yeah, I usually aim for around 12 o'clock between 1 anyways. Snack time, which is an optional thing I of course usually do, I usually eat it around 3 o'clock. And sometimes 4 or 3:30 at times, I will say. And of course dinner, 7 o'clock, which it's 7 o'clock as the time I'm literally recording. Well, not entirely 7:02 p.m. But still though. And yeah, usually I eat dinner around that time. And of course sometimes 8, but oh god. But yeah, basically that's a better, like, at least schedule a way you, of course, eat, so that way you could, of course, at least get better anyways. Since, once again, we need food to survive,
I acknowledge that in the video, it may seem like that's what I do all the time, but honestly, it's not. I never said that eating 3 meals a day is unhealthy. I feel like my words were definitely taken out of context.
Sometimes I do say words that are a bit odd and sometimes a bit mistakes, but like, at least I acknowledge them, at least, even if it's a mistake. But like, you gotta at least show me proof or literally more evidence and literally explain more in detail to make me believe that you're actually willing to change. Because based on what it looks like, I'm convinced that I don't believe that you're actually changing at all. Especially considering the fact that what type of person you literally are anyways.
And twisted in a way that make me sound like an obsessive person that starve myself and promote ED. But I was just sharing my daily habits and I don't encourage anyone to follow it. To me,
then why just say nonsense like that anyways, and even literally, of course, continue doing silly, ironic stuff like this anyways, like, body thing or whatever. Like, what are you even trying to say here? And you mentioned that you don't encourage, but isn't it that you encourage people to literally, of course, be themselves and literally like what they are? Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, make up your mind. If you don't say, I mentioned before about, you don't encourage people to do this, but like, all of a sudden you said people like this. Like, what?
Whether you're skinny, fat, normal weight, or obese, it doesn't matter if you feel healthy and happy with yourself. You can do anything you want or eat in any way you want, and I truly fully respect that.
Yeah, thanks for telling me that. But like, you literally, of course, ruined that by, of course, saying that we can, of course, promote ED, of course, somehow eat food, and literally, of course, do some random stuff that literally no normal person would actually find is acceptable anyways. So, like, you basically ruined it, because usually I, of course, like it when, of course, people like that, since that's exactly what I'm trying to do. But honestly, you did stuff like that, which literally, promotes ED and literally spread misinformation and dangerous stuff to, of course, people. Like, it's really messed up if you ask me.
Intention here isn't to encourage unhealthy habits, but to share my personal journey and how I've learned to listen to my body.
You sure about that? Because, like, once again, you literally mentioned about, literally saying that we should, of course, be ourselves. But, like, if you're just gonna, of course, promote stuff like saying dangerous stuff like that is, of course, okay, then it's really gonna be questionable anyways. So, like, what are you trying to say here? Like, make up your mind. Like, I'm literally starting to be confused over this anyways.
What works for me may not be the same for everyone, and I always encourage people to do what makes them feel good, whether that means eating larger portions, eating multiple times a day, or eating smaller portion, or just eating once or twice a day. Like, it's all...
Yep, you're definitely a bad influence to people, I gotta say. Like, you literally, of course, would think it was a good idea to do stuff like that, like, promoting ED and literally saying that we should not eat every day. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, I'm definitely, of course, like, usually I, of course, like it when people, of course, encourage me to, of course, do stuff, especially when it comes to stuff like this. But, like, you literally admitted you were promoting ED, which you already know if you've seen the evidence, and literally, of course, you know, literally do some body erotic stuff. Like, oh my god.
Good. This is not an apology because I didn't do anything wrong. And I just...
Yes, you did something wrong! Like, you literally even tried to be sexist to men. Like, literally, that's literally really messed up if you ask me. Especially considering the fact that you would, of course, you know, do some random body erotic stuff, and literally thinks that it's a good idea to even do this type of stuff. Which, let me tell you, was just really messed up. And you promoted ED, and literally, of course, spread some dangerous information to us. So that's, of course, something wrong. And yes, this is clearly an apology video. Like, literally. Oh, god.
Want to thank everyone who still understands and believes in me and still support me through this time. Thank you so much. I love you. I really, really do appreciate you.
Alright, good. Thank goodness the video ended. But yeah, anyways, yeah. And by the way, I'm of course gonna look at a few comments. I snack multiple times a day. Says the one who is snacking between meals is unhealthy and extra calories. Yeah, what you said. Yeah, I said what I did wrong, but I regret nothing. Yep, that's a literally bad response and a literally terrible way to apologize. At least Winterxlaven literally admitted that what he did was of course wrong, even though Winterxlaven, of course, his apology is still denied for now. And honestly, like, whatever this person here is doing stuff like this is honestly really embarrassing if you ask me. Yep, I'm definitely with you right over here. We definitely need to do a massive unfollowing. I mean, I was never subscribed to her in the first place, but like, still though. Like, oh my god, I grew up in Asian. Yeah, like, literally there are lots of Asians, you know. Like, Asians are the most populated continent anyways. So, like, what are you trying to, of course, say? Like, what exactly are you trying to say here? Literally more curse. Oh boy, I bet you would, of course, try to, of course, do a ukulele apology. I would definitely not to be surprised. Oh yeah, I'm totally, yeah, exactly. Like, you're literally, of course, doing stuffing like that. Like, this is literally messed up. If you ask me. Yeah, I have the same question too. Even I wouldn't do stuff like that anyway. So, like, what are you trying to say? But yeah, basically, all I'm gonna say is, this video is literally really bad, I gotta say. Like, I'll probably get more comments and probably so you. Because I do remember one person literally mentioned about her being sexist. By claiming, girls can abuse boys, but boys cannot abuse girls. That's literally sexist. Nobody deserves to be abused whatsoever. And still, it's at least fair treatment anyways, because everybody deserves equal rights. But still, though. So anyways, I'm just gonna end the video right here. I cannot wait to see if this person here is gonna respond to the video, since you actually, of course, responded to, you know, a 200,000 subscriber channel anyway. So let's see what he's gonna say, if not. But whatever. Bye, I guess.